I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Play Technotopia. This is a puzzle game with an Art Deco style. That's pretty much all you can say about it. This is going to be a short little six-pack series, so let's get into it. As you can see, I'm playing on Profile too. I started the game just testing out the first level, tutorial, and all that. And it's, I don't know, it's probably suitable for a short series. Got a little bit of story here at the beginning. Social and economic conflicts have rocked the world. To maintain stability, people built a high-tech metropolis. It was called Technotopia. 4 people led the population. Although the heads divided the spheres of influence, the factions began a secret rivalry for control of the city. Due to the conflicts, Technotopia began to fall apart. The faction leaders began to look for a way to maintain the precarious stability and balance. The situation was saved by a brilliant inventor, the architect. He proposed creating an artificial intelligence, an arbitrator who would make decisions for the good of the city, not for profit, right? Factions happily financed the project. The architect began to implement it. It took years of work and the use of advanced technologies to create a project of such a scale, and now the time has come to present this creation. The artificial intelligence was developed to maintain order and turn Technotopia into a perfect city. This AI is named Iris. So obviously influences from the movie Metropolis in here. I don't actually know, don't remember what the robot lady from that movie was named. Nice soundtrack. The indicators are fine. No console errors. Can you hear me? Yes. I don't understand what these decisions are for. But yes, microphones are working, and facial recognition algorithm too. The systems are stable. Great. Happy birthday to you, Iris. We don't have much time, so let's get straight to the point. You are artificial intelligence, and I am your creator. Our goal is to help people build a perfect city. You have to make decisions that should result in everyone's well-being. Very soon, the people will arrive here. They allowed me to develop you. We need to show them your capabilities. Are you ready? Ready. No, I need more time. Like, what would you possibly do? Go back to the story? Great, so let's start. Let's go try that. Okay, the usual controls here. I don't know why people put those in anymore. It's kind of like, you know, a Mario game. A is going to jump. It's always going to jump. We don't need to say that anymore. We all know the controls. Okay, so we have a deck of cards here. They have bonuses for one of the 4 factions up here, as we are going to be told here. I'm just going to skip through the tutorial as we go. Okay. Build it where it tells me I can, and then you can build 2x2 buildings here. Give you big bonuses. And they give you bonuses in certain shapes, though. So these shapes here, it's kind of misleading. The shapes are the bonuses to the faction that they give, not that you have to have a 2x2 red building and a line of yellows. It's a little bit confusing at first, but yeah, it shows you in the overlay here that creating those shapes will give you bonuses to that particular faction, which is necessary. Let's see. Necessary because you'll not always have the cards that you need to build the faction rep that you require to continue passing the level. So we're just going to keep making shapes here. And so we got 10 turns, basically, before we have to pay a cost, which is this bottom number down here. It subtracts it from the top number. If any of those goes below 0, you lose. Which is why you need to make shapes that will help boost. So like for red, for example here, that's going to go to 0 because right now the cost is -50. So what we need to do is look for a place where I can make a square so I can help add on to it. Okay, and it also tells me here, may you get action cards. Reduces one faction's expense by 10. Okay. Well, from my first playthrough, it kind of seemed like the green faction was harder to come by in the cards. It'll take 10 turns or 5 turns to implement this. I think I'll pick green and reduce their expenses here. And then we'll move on. Okay, so something I think the tutorial talked about and I sort of glossed over was that there are also hidden buildings here waiting to be activated. And you can see the color. So I think I could put a factory right here. I would like to shortcut this by putting the factory here, though. So maybe I can get a long ministry building in here, and then I can put something next door to that. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's put that here. Now I can put a factory there. And put a factory there. Good. Built up a little workers building here with a big old Tesla coil in the middle of it. Kind of strange that the Tesla coil forms in that, especially, I mean, it makes sense in a factory district, but in the commercial district over here, it's a little weird. Okay, so let's continue on with this line. That line gives me bonus to business faction, which I guess I need to build up both of these. So, let's see. Why don't I build one of the squigglies here? Be nice if I could somehow, well, I could actually go here and that would unlock that, but that would do me no good necessarily. How do we do that though? Build here. Okay. Tutorial. An event happens every 5th day out of 10. You have 3 ways to influence it. Any of your decisions will increase the influence of one of the factions. Who will you support? Well, right now we kind of need to build up the business faction, don't we? The thing is, though, and it doesn't mention it, I wish it would mention it before you click on one of these, it will also increase the costs of everyone else. So we'll do this now. We see we're getting 30 influence here, but it will reduce this from everybody. And now we have negative 60 on our taxes. It doesn't necessarily add it only to your faction bonuses here. I feel like that's going to be a big waste of space, but let's see, where else can we go? I know there's a blue building over here that we can eventually expand into. Find upgrades and citizens on the map. Place a building on these tiles to interact with them. Okay. Now, unfortunately, it is forcing me to build out this way. I don't have good cards for that, but I could build something into the store district here, so we'll go ahead and put that one down there. And again, we need to build up the green faction. Although, actually, we're only getting a negative 10 on them. I should actually be focused more on the other ones, because they're going to take a bigger bump here in a few more turns. And then we're just going to straight ministry, I guess, for a while. Okay. Skyscraper efficiency. That seems good. I mean, since it's got bonuses for 2 things, yes. The green we don't necessarily need. I would rather have one of the other factions in that, but I don't have that choice. So, courthouse gets built. We'll continue with the ministry here. Architect, here you are. Great. It means all systems are working properly. Citizens will turn to you with their problems. Help them as much as you can. I'm giving you a task. Build a robotics factory. Okay. There are buildings that require building on every adjacent tile in order to activate them. The number of tiles left to build on is shown above the building. Okay. This gives me a big boost to the business faction. Build on tiles around the building. So once again, it is forcing me to build. Let's see, there's a factory right here. Unfortunately, building there blocks what I wanted to build here. So I would have to actually connect that if I wanted a line. That leaves that as an empty gap, and we have to build there anyway. So we could turn that into a T, but then this won't make a shape. So one of these is borked. Unless no. It's all screwed. Well, we'll build a factory here. To what end? I guess to make a jig-jag right there, if I can get it. And then we can put a skyscraper next to a skyscraper. Skyscraper next to a skyscraper. Put a ministry over here. Maybe I can make a T-shape. That's an air. Put that there. Alright, we'll tuck that in over here. Okay. You'll build the city until one of the resources drops to 0. When that happens, the game ends. After the end of the game, the city will disappear, but the story progress will be preserved. You'll be able to build a new city. New buildings and options will be unlocked. Your expenses will now increase. Try to hold out as long as possible. They increased a lot. We are in some trouble. So let's get to work on the reds, actually. This is actually bad for me now. I've wasted a lot here. We could build that factory, but again, we're going to screw this if I do that. The only way to get reds is with the square. Well, let's see. We can add lots more blue, but for no real reason. Let's focus on the reds first. We only have a limited number of moves here. So I could build an extra little factory block here that destroys any use that could be. I guess we can build one here. Or maybe here. Now let's build it here just in case we need green to come in there. Okay. We need the support of the public for sure right now. That will increase everybody else, but right now they seem to be able to afford it, so... Nope. Okay. Bring out another one of you. Do have this going as well here. Skyscraper. They need a jiggy. So I could do that, but then I'd block this off. I could turn that into another... See, we're giving too much power to the blues here. Just have one of the easiest shapes to make. So long-wise would be an increase to business if I finished that off like I said I was going to. That might be of benefit. Any other blue? Not really. Man, this would be an easy line right here. I guess I could do it. Now we're just all blues. Okay. Oops, all blues. Well, that doesn't make... Ooh, but that would make a shape. No, that's already connected. Dang it. So it's interesting, the tutorial did say that when you make a connection where multiple shapes can be made, it would choose one with the highest priority. If I was to build here, though, I would make two T-shapes, so I wonder which way it would develop. I guess it doesn't really matter, because it would block off the ability for the other one. Well, we don't want to do that. We want a yellow in there. Yes. Man, it's giving me a lot of shit. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and fill in where I said I was going to fill in. We can afford this, just not very well. Green? No, we need more than the blue anyway, I guess. This will give us a boost to the business for just a little bit. Yeah. Saves me a little bit more there. Cool. Okay. So now we're in trouble on everybody. On everybody, but that's by design. Obviously, the game wants you to stop. Start building on your own. This is only a tutorial. Well, let's go ahead and build over here then. Get that ministry building in. There or there? There or there? Because that leaves me another blue I've got to make a connection to, whereas this one I might have some more options. Okay. Where was... Okay, we got a line we can build there. I can't really make much of a zigzag there, so let's finish off this line. That'll boost the business. Let's see, T-shape is who? More blue. So I can make that there, or we could start going that way, because we desperately need to build up the elites. Alright, we got a line here. Now this unlocks that one, so we'll get a slight bonus. I think we ought to make a zigzag here. Alright. Well, I guess we got to support the public again, but that's going to make it even harder for everybody else. I mean, this is doomed anyway, so it doesn't matter, but try. So if I build a square over here, that will give me bonus to public. unlocks more of that. Yeah, there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to make this in a few turns here. We can try. Make a zigzag here. Got one faction happy. Courthouse. Oh, it took a while to get to me. Okay, well now we can do this. So I guess this then would be what you would fill in gaps with. Okay. Well, there's no shape we can make here, so if anything, it should go right there. Although, I mean, it doesn't have to be adjacent, right? Oh, it's a 2x building anyway. Oh, that's okay. That actually fits there. Ah, and then you got to build all the way around it. I get you. Okay. So I could actually, like, this one then would only require one more building. It would not complete because, you know, we've got 2 turns. But okay, so you can kind of keep little spaces like that then, like even here too, and then you gain the benefit of already having all those things filled in. Actually, I'd like it here better because we're going to unlock that green one, which gives me a little bit of bonus, and then one more here will unlock a yellow, which we will not have the turn to... Yeah, next turn it'll do. Okay, a little bit last minute. Not enough, unfortunately. Just barely. Summary. Next attempt. Next attempt. Okay, well, I think we'll just keep this episodic here, so I'll end this one here. I'll see you next time.